So the importance of disability insurance.
Mhm.
I know for me, someone like myself who's self-employed and there's no other income coming in, it's a necessity. But what other products and or services should someone have and or why would they need disability insurance?
Sure. So for people that don't understand, disability basically is replacing your lost income. So if you can't work because of a medical reason, whether it's an injury or illness, then you have a way to still have some money coming in because as most of us know, you still need to pay your mortgage, your electricity, your car insurance, etc. So, with people, you want to, it's recommended to try to have at least 6 months worth of bills saved in the bank. Is that doable? For some people, yes. For some people, no. So where disability can come into play is it can help offset, even if you have that 6 months plus worth of savings, well, you want to tap into that.
Right.
So, and disability can be for a positive thing, somebody having a baby. People are going to be out of work for a little while, raising that new baby. Or it could be something bigger like a cancer or heart attack, stroke, those types of things. So it's probably one of the key benefits for people to have, especially self-employed people that can't get it through an employer.
Right.
So there are different solutions for self-employed, 1099 kind of people, or people that are at an employer, whether it be 3 employees, 3,000 employees, or et cetera. Some of the other things that I help clients with is giving them some, I guess we'll call them balloon payments. So if they have something more major, like a critical, a chronic, or a terminal illness happen, then depending on what they have in place, people can get upwards of $1 million.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, very helpful.
That's helpful.
Tax-free.
Right.
So, which is crazy and awesome and horrible that they need it, but it's, when people are going through some different major medical types of things.
Well, those bills add up quickly.
Yeah, and depending on what people have for health insurance and what their deductibles are and co-pays, those bills always need to get paid somehow, or it negatively impacts your credit rating. So now you go to buy a next house, how's that loan rate going to look like for you if now you've defaulted and you've declared bankruptcy because of something medical?
So in regards to disability insurance, you also offer some life insurance products to help you that have living benefits as well as that help you financially in regards of building your portfolio.
Absolutely. So with some permanent insurance products, there's, I'm going to get a little geeky for a second, there's an IRS rule called the 7702 rule that allows permanent insurance products to grow tax-free. You can take out loans tax-free, and then the death benefit transfers tax-free. So what a lot of people do, yes, people think of life insurance primarily, when I die, somebody gets money, right? Which certainly this has that piece to it. However, it also has those living benefits, which you alluded to, in the sense of if you get terminal illness with less than 24 months to live, if you have a chronic illness where you can't do 2 or more activities of daily living, like washing yourself, feeding yourself, clothing yourself, and a few other things, or if, God forbid, you have a major medical event, cancer, heart attack, stroke, organ transplant, you can access your death benefit while you're alive.
Oh, wow.
So upwards of $1 million, or some carriers allow up to $1.5 million.
Jeez.
So say, please don't have this be a reality. You say, oh, yikes, I just found out I have cancer. Oh, well, now you can have maybe $1 million. I want to try that experimental treatment in Switzerland. Okay, great, go do that. Now you have the funds to do something like that. Then the third piece to these permanent contracts are that they build equity. So similar to a person buys a house. You're paying your mortgage for, we'll say, 30 years. Well, at the end of the 30-year mark, now you own that house outright, so you have 100% equity. Similar types of things with these permanent products. You have equity that you're building that you can borrow against while you're living as well. So kind of like, think of it like taking out a second mortgage because I need to redo my kitchen or something like that. Similar idea, you pay yourself back with a little bit of interest, and then you can use that money again down the road. So you can use it for buying cars, funding college.
So you can become your own bank, basically.
Exactly, which is a really cool tool for people, and people as young as 15 days old can get these contracts.
Wow.
So parents can do it for children, grandparents can do it for grandchildren, so the compounding in some of these contracts, it's just crazy, And I wish I was, 15 days old again and could do one of these for myself.
Well, that's the beauty, right? You can build multi-generational wealth.
Absolutely.
By using a product that people they always have a negative connotation, I feel like, in life.
Yeah, because it's an expense.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with these, you're going to use the money in one of 3 ways. Either, God forbid, the death benefit gets passed to your family, you need the living benefits, or you can use the cash value yourself. So even though people can fund it as low as, say, $50 a month, I have clients that do thousands of dollars a month. And then, but you know, eventually those dollars are going to be used by you in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Unlike some other insurances, like a car insurance, and everybody needs car insurance, but once you pay that bill, unless you total your car, now you have nothing, right? You know,
Right.
maybe some safe driver points, hopefully.
What I do know is I spoke with Jason Siebel recently,
Mhm.
talking about in the same series about building a financial plan to get fit, but so you can have goals and aspirations and savings. So you work closely with Jason
Yeah,
Siebel and other
absolutely.
financial planners so that people can build their portfolio to what they want, whether that includes financial products, whether that includes life insurance, that includes investment properties, so they have a well-rounded financial plan
Absolutely.
to set them up for retirement and generations to come.
Right, and certainly it can be a transactional conversation, but what I try to do for my clients is look at their whole picture. And do they need somebody like a Jason to help them out? Or you know, I know you and I have shared referrals in the past, and to say, okay, here's what makes sense for you over here, and maybe you don't need this over there. And you know, and that's the beauty of, you know, having multiple carriers available. And you know, I'm in my 20th year in the industry. Good or bad, I have a lot of knowledge up here.
A lot of good knowledge and experience.
Yeah, and you know, I've seen what happens to people when they don't have the right things in place, and I've seen how people's horrible situations are at least a little less horrible when they do have the right things in place. You know, because then at least they're not worrying about the money aspect of things, which
Right.
can, as we all know, can create tremendous stress.
For sure, for sure.
So,
Well, Jane, thank you so much for taking time out of your
Absolutely.
busy day
No.
today.
thank you for having me. It was very nice coming to Rentham and seeing the digs here, and hope you guys have a great holiday party this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.